A city once called one of the richest places in the English Americas, vanished in minutes. On June 7th, 1692, the ground beneath Port Royal liquefied, buildings slid into the sea, streets disappeared, lives were swallowed whole. More than 300 years later, Jamaica is facing another moment of reckoning. Not from the earth this time, but from the sky. After Hurricane Melissa in 2025, entire communities were left shattered, homes gone, roads broken, systems exposed, and families uncertain about what comes next. And now, in 2026, Jamaica stands at a familiar crossroads. Because the last time this island lost so much, it didn't just rebuild, it reinvented itself. Before Kingston, there was Port Royal. This was no ordinary town. It was the beating heart of trade, power, and influence in the Caribbean. A deep natural harbour that welcomed fleets from across the Atlantic. A military stronghold protecting British interests. A commercial engine where goods, gold, and opportunity moved fast. Money flowed. Ships crowded the coastline. Deals were made by day, and excess ruled by night. But beyond the legends and stories, Port Royal was something more important. It was strategic, and that made it dangerous to lose. Because so much of Jamaica's economic life was concentrated in one place, densely built, tightly packed, and sitting on unstable ground. Beneath all that power was sand. Loose, shifting, unforgiving sand. And that mattered more than anyone realized, because Jamaica's future was sitting on a foundation that could not hold. Then came the moment. The shaking began. Not slowly, not gently, but violently. The earth moved like water. Buildings tilted. Streets cracked open. People tried to run, but there was nowhere to go. The ground beneath them was no longer solid. It had turned to liquid. In minutes, entire sections of Port Royal slipped into the harbour. Homes, warehouses, forts, lives, gone. Eyewitness accounts described people being swallowed where they stood, others clinging to debris as the sea rushed in. A pocket watch later recovered, stopped at 11:43 a.m. That was all it took. One of the most powerful cities in the region, reduced to fragments beneath the sea. Survivors didn't have time to plan greatness. They needed ground, safety, a place to breathe again. So, they crossed the harbour to the Ligonier Plain, and there, something remarkable began. Not a copy of Port Royal, but something different. Kingston. This was not chaos rebuilt. This was order introduced. Wider streets, structured layout, deliberate spacing, a move away from congestion toward control. It reflected something new, a recognition that what existed before had weaknesses. Kingston was not born from ambition. It was born from necessity, and that is what made it powerful. Because necessity forces clarity. This wasn't just about moving people, it was about changing direction. Port Royal represented one kind of Jamaica, fast, opportunistic, driven by trade, risk, and proximity to the sea. Kingston became something else, structured, expanding, positioned for administration, commerce, and long-term growth. The island didn't just rebuild buildings, it redefined itself. And that shift was not immediate, but it was irreversible. And then came the moment that sealed it. Even after the earthquake, some tried to return, to rebuild Port Royal, to reclaim what was lost, to restore what once was. But history had other plans. In 1703, a massive fire tore through what remained of the city. And just like that, the past was no longer an option. That door was closed. Commerce shifted, power shifted, the future shifted. Kingston was no longer temporary. It became inevitable. Now look at Jamaica today. Hurricane Melissa did not destroy one city. It exposed the vulnerability of an entire country. Homes damaged across multiple parishes. Critical roads are cut off. Farms destroyed. Small businesses disrupted. Families displaced. And beyond the physical damage, something deeper was revealed. How fragile parts of the system still are. This wasn't just a storm. It was a stress test. And it showed that while Jamaica has developed, modernized, and expanded, risk has expanded too. More people, more infrastructure, more exposure, more to lose. So, here's a fundamental question. In 1692, Jamaica built a new city. In 2026, does Jamaica need to build a new model? The government has answered. There will be a massive structured overhaul. This time, the rebuild will look different. There are plans for a national recovery authority, billions in financing, global partnerships, resilience planning. But the real challenge is not money, it is the mindset. Because modern rebuilding is not just about replacing what was lost, it is about redesigning for what could come next. Because unlike 1692, Jamaica now has something it didn't have before: data, foresight, and a chance to plan ahead. Because rebuilding is never just about structures, it's about people. In 1692, people moved, they adapted, they rebuilt their lives in unfamiliar spaces, and over time, those decisions shaped generations. Today, the same questions are rising again. Who gets rebuilt first? Who gets left waiting? Who is asked to move? And who gets to stay? These are deeply human questions, because every rebuild creates winners and hardships. Every decision redraws lives, and every delay carries a cost that doesn't always show up in numbers. This is where rebuilding becomes personal. So, let's be clear. This is not about comparing an earthquake to a hurricane. It is about something deeper. 1692 was reactive. 2026 must be intentional. In 1692, Kingston was created. 2026 could reshape the entire island. One was survival. This must be a strategy, because the real rebuild is not physical, it is directional. Today, disaster planning itself is becoming a core part of national development, meaning the next rebuild could begin before the next storm even arrives. Jamaica has been here before, not in the same way, but in the same spirit. A moment where everything seemed lost, a moment where the future was uncertain, and a moment where the island had to decide whether to rebuild or to rethink. Port Royal fell, Kingston rose. Now the question is not whether Jamaica can rebuild again. It can. The real question is, will it build something stronger, smarter, and more prepared than before? If you believe Jamaica's story deserves to be told with depth, truth, and purpose, please subscribe to this channel, Impacting Jamaica, where we connect the past, present, and future of this island.